Hey, this is me building and strategizing my 400k per year profit solo consulting business right in front of your eyes. And what you're watching right here is a daily video series that always follows the exact same framework. I always start by answering your questions. This means that if you have any question, you can ask your question down below in the comment section, and then I'll answer your question in tomorrow's video. Then I'll run you through business stats, which is me filling out this big sheet that I've done for more than 100 days now. It tracks the growth of my social channels, but also how much money that I'm making and spending, of course. Then I do some to-do lists, so basically just what I did today and what I'm planning on doing tomorrow. Then I do some strategy, which is basically just me talking about how I'm planning to fix my bottlenecks and the things that I'm working on in order to get my business from around, right now, 500k a year in profit to $1 million a year, which is, hey Fred, you just need to double your business, right? So that's what I'm working on. But I'm not going to do it like by straight brute forcing it, because I've already taken 2 of my previous coaching businesses to more than 100k per month, which is, if you calculate it, that's $1 million a year run rate. But they had some flaws and some different ways of doing it that I don't want to do anymore. So I have set some rules for the business in terms of profit margins and the people that I work with, how much time that I must spend on calls, and I'm trying to do it very, very lean and in a slow and steady way. So this right here is the daily update channel that you're watching right now, and what I always do is that I just head into community, and then I find a comment that I haven't interacted with, and then I answer it. So for example, Deshank here that says, can you add your main channel link in YouTube bio? I'm new here and first time watching your content. By the way, great content. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, it's I'll see if I can remember that. It's actually a good idea. It's just my name, bro. So if you just search my name, then my main channel will pop up, because my main channel has like 6.5k subs, so it's always the one that pops up first. And thank you so much for saying that. It's great content, bro. I really appreciate that. Then we have Coach Pedro. Good to see you here again, bro. Hey Fred, in your recent videos you've touched on issues really close to mine, but since my question is slightly different, I'd love to hear your position to mine if you don't mind. Of course. I felt like my coaching was too do-it-yourself when I wanted a done-with-you service. So I've been testing ideas by onboarding friends and family for free. Oh no, that doesn't sound good. I haven't read everything. In exchange of honest feedback and results. I like the thought process, but typically free is never good. While it helped me improve my systems tremendously, most dropped off since they weren't really invested. Yeah, true. Still, after some solid improvements, I now have an offer I'm really proud of, built to solve all the different problems I faced on my service, but I haven't tested this one yet, which brings me to my current problem. I can't test it for free, because if I do, people will just drop off easily and won't really allow me to test my service, correct? I'm worried that even if I believe it's solid, clients might feel let down, which makes me extremely nervous to market it. I did my best to create a way better service and offer than what I see around. Many people charge 45 to 60 euros a month per client, some even less than 30 euros a month per client. And I want my cheapest pack to start at 87 bucks a month per client. Euros, sorry. I think that's some good pricing there. So let's get into the questions here. My question is, how can I position my service so people feel justified paying a higher price on a launching service? And what's the best way to handle it if someone ends up dissatisfied and want to opt out? I thought about 50% discount to the first 5, 10 or 20 people who join, plus money back if unsatisfied and no results. I don't mind giving them the money back. After all, I don't want to force people to keep working with me if they don't want to just because of a payment. But if I show it on the offer, people can opt out whenever, which wouldn't really solve my problem. All right, interesting here, bro. So there's a bit of there's a lot of moving pieces here, and also more questions than just one in this thing right here. So I think first of all, bro, don't get too discouraged that the fact that your family and friends didn't pull through and saw like amazing results because you gave it to them for free. People that haven't paid anything, they don't give the information any value. They're not invested, both like mentally of like, I'm gonna put money into myself and make this transformation. And yeah, simply by not them being invested, they don't put in the work. And when you don't put in the work, you don't see the results. So don't worry, bro. I think it's good, like internally, that you are very happy about your service. The only way that you can ask people to pay you for something that you will give to them is if you believe that the service you sell holds the value, right? So like every time people pay me 9.5k for my mentorship, I know it's the best 9.5k that they'll ever spend, because that's what I truly believe in terms of what I deliver, what they will learn from it, how I'll help them in their business, and like moving forward 1 to 2 years out in the future if they stick to the things that I tell them, right? Because I have so much proof from clients and myself and all the people that I work with and the stuff that I do every day, because I do my best every day, right? So that conviction in your own service, product, and pricing is the number one key, right? I think when you open up a new offer, bro, I would say that at this point you probably know your market pretty well because you've done a few offers now. So like I wouldn't say that you need to do any market research, because you have already done it by looking at competitors and also testing friends and family, and also by having had a coaching business for a little bit now, right? So you know the struggles of your market. So I think, bro, when it's a new offer that you open up, never communicate the money back front end. So like, don't make it a part of your marketing. If there is someone on a call where you feel like they would be the perfect case study, the perfect fit to work with you, then you can say, hey, bro, like if in 4 months, if you haven't seen your gym goals or whatever, I'll work with you until you're satisfied with your body and where you're at. Okay, that's how confident I am that I can get you in shape. So never do money back. Always do work with them until they get the result that you promised them. If you do promises, for example, I would, if I were you, then I wouldn't do discounts. I would simply just be like very transparent and be like, hey, I'm opening up 5 spots for this offer. You will get X, Y, Z. And I'm only doing it for 5 people because it's a lot of from my end. So if you want to be one of the lucky 5 that gets extra one-on-one or extra whatever it might be, then just do that, bro. Because like people, you don't want to work with people that are out there for guarantees or like discounts. Like you don't want to attract those people. There's always shitty clients. It's way better, bro, to just have one. So let's say it's way better to have like 1 to 2 really good clients than it is to have 5 to 10 shitty clients. You know, like these 2 right here, they will get results, right? They are happy. They will talk to their friends. They will jump on a YouTube interview with you. They will they will get results, which means that you have proof, right? All of these things, whereas these 5 to 10 people that are shitty clients will be a headache for you, right? They will want their money back. They will say that it's bad. They will point fingers at you. But bro, you have a good service. Let's be honest here. Especially in fitness, right? Because I can see, bro, that you're jacked. You do the shit that you teach, right? So of course it works. Like, of course it works. So I think, bro, that's what I would do if I were you. Skip the discount, skip the money back, be real straight with people. I would rather in your case that you get a few people in that are really good clients instead of many bad ones, because getting into coaching consulting is very much also up here, bro, mindset wise, and for everyone watching. A lot of people, they launch a coaching or consulting offer because they tend to believe that it looks a little bit easy. Oh, I'm used to doing agency work or done for you clinic work. Now I can just do some online coaching. That sounds easy. And then they get a bad client or a bad experience because they priced themselves too low, or they went into coaching and consulting with the wrong intentions. Then they get a bad client, and then they're like, oh, I'm probably not a good coach or consultant because that one client didn't get any results. And that's not true. That something just broke along the way. It can be that the person was a bad coach or consultant, but many times not really. So that's it for questions. Pedro, I wish you all the best, man. Just keep it up, bro, really. Next thing on the daily updates is doing business stats. So actually, in today's strategy session, I'll talk a lot about consulting and how it is a little bit inflated and how people tend to believe that it's the next, it is the coolest and easiest thing ever, because it really isn't. And I just want to like walk you through my thoughts. I love consulting, but there are also pros and cons to it, and you just have to have the right mindset towards it. So my daily updates is at 5:05. My main YouTube channel is currently sitting on 6519. So let's fill this out, shall we? So 6519. My Instagram is currently sitting on 2795. There we go. 5:05 for the daily updates. For cash and revenue, yesterday was a really good day. You can see here 3,266 on WAP, and this was a client renewal. So for my 9.5k split in 3, which means that the cash was 3,266 and the revenue was 9,500. And then I also got 2 client renewals. It's bank transfer, as you can see, so I cannot show it on WAP, but I posted on my Instagram talking about client renewals. If you don't follow me on IG, you're missing out on some good stories of me making memes on my story about how I see the market. For example, this is me. Instead of spending time chasing new clients, I would rather spend time with my existing clients so that I can also get 3 client renewals in a day. So that was 2 clients who paid me $10,000 in full, both of them. So this means that yesterday was a 23,266 and in 29,500 day. So I think yesterday was actually my biggest day ever in cash collected in one day. I've had a day that was bigger in revenue. Here I did 46k in rev, but yesterday was 29,500 in revenue and $23,000 in cash collected. So that was without a doubt, the biggest day ever in like personal profit, also because I didn't spend any and it was such a high of like cash collected, right? Because I got the split pay on WAP and the 2 paid in fulls on bank transfer. So yeah, that's pretty good. This also means that with this month having like 3 paid in fulls, like I'm already at $67,000 in cash and 86k in revenue, without taking a single sales call or I onboarded 3 new clients this month, 1 referral who paid in full, and then 2 people that were on my wait list that I reached out to because I had some spots open. Other than that, I haven't spent a single second on client acquisition. And I just sent these people the payment link in DMs. So yeah, it's really cool. I really love my business right now, and I can start to harvest the fruits of me having done 800 one-on-one calls in the last 12 months and been really dialed in on my client results. I'm really happy about that. So yeah, and I really want to talk about this in the strategy session today in terms of like consulting and how I see it. For to-do list, today it's Thursday and I don't have any calls on Thursdays. But today I hit the gym in the morning, and then I did sauna, ice bath, and lunch together with 3 of my clients. Actually, 2 of them are my clients now, and the third was actually a client of my first ever coaching business, and all 3 of them actually bought Short-Form Society to learn how to start a marketing agency, and now 2 of them are my one-on-one mentorship clients, and the third guy is crushing it on his own and still running his agency. So today was really cool, just catching up with them, meeting in person. They are here in Dubai for a week, so we had lunch and we did sauna, ice bath, which was amazing. And then I came back and just did a lot of work on my program, answered all clients, did some admin work, and now I just ordered some dinner, and I'm gonna probably watch a movie tonight with my girlfriend, which I'm looking forward to. So for strategy, I want to talk about consulting and just like give you some insights basically on how I see consulting, because a lot of you will go through this video and then be like, oh my goodness, Fred just made $23,000 in one day. And if he continue to make $23,000 in one day, he will make $700K a month, he will make $8.5 million a year. But it's important for me to understand like what is like paid in fulls for consulting, right? So 2 of the deals was $10,000 paid in full for 6 months, right? I have a principle inside of my consulting business. It is that the price that you've paid me once is the price that you'll pay me forever. So these 2 clients that renewed with me, $10,000 for 6 months, paid in full, these are clients that have renewed with me 3 times now. So this means that I've worked with these clients for a year now, 6 months, renew, 6 months, renew, and now they've renewed 3 times, and now 6 months starts, right? And then I had one client who paid me 9.5K. He split it, right? But we'll do the full numbers because that's just easier for this. And it is for 4 months. The first ever consulting offer that I launched was 6 months of one-on-one with me. and now it's 4 months, and a price is around the same, as you can see. So yeah, this turned out, right, to be a 30K day in revenue and a 23K day in cash collected. But what you don't see is that I need to serve these clients for 6 months and 4 months, right? So if we divide it out for 6 months, 10K, it's like 1.7K, right, times 2, and then 9.5K for 4 months is like 2.3. So this means that I'm actually making 5.7K ish per month for the first 4 months, and then it drops down to like 3.4K if I were to split it out. And most people, they don't see consulting in their business like this, right? I know that my time and energy and efforts is now reserved for these clients that have paid me for the next 6 months and 4 months, right? I'm not in a mindset now of like, okay, nice, I got the paid in full from these clients. Now I can just like ghost them or not give them energy, not be proactive, not care about their success, because now I'll just take this amount of money that I made and invest into content and ads so I can acquire more clients, right? A lot of people run their consulting business like they only care about the first payment getting paid so that they can take that money, pay their team, pay the ads, pay the cost, reinvest back into business, sign more clients. And then they kind of like forget about the clients that they just signed, which is completely not fair, is not the right word, but I understand where they're coming from, right? Because let's say that a lot of my, for example, a lot of my clients, they split pay, which means that I do have some security while I'm running my business. For example, I can tell you now how much money that I'll make next month. So now it's August. In September, in only split payments from existing clients, right? In September, I'll do $35,000 without signing a single client, renewing a single client. It's just split payments from clients that I work with that haven't paid in full, right? But what could happen here now is that in September, I'm pretty full capacity, to be honest, which means that if I need September to match the month of August, where I'll do $70,000, for my 10K offer, it means that I need to sign around 4 clients. Right now, I don't feel like I have the capacity to bring on 4 new clients, which means that whatever I do, for me personally, with how I want to run my business and how much time I want to have for each client, September will right now be a worse month than August. That's how most people would think. But I know that, yeah, my August was pretty good when I compare input and effort from my end into acquisition and signing clients. But I know that it's inflated because 3 of my clients paid up front, and I am obligated to take care of these clients for the months to come, right? So if I start focusing too much time and energy on acquisition and marketing and YouTube and ads and sales calls, I will lose the touch that I have with my current clients because I've designed this business in a way where it's all evolved around me, right? I'm the one taking 93% of the $70,000 and putting it into my own pocket, but I'm also the one doing all of the work. And that comes with sacrifices, right? In terms of how much time can I spend on acquisition, how much time can I spend on program, clients, content, admin, and that is me learning and balancing my business in a way that I enjoy to run it and how I can be consistent with it for the next 5 years, not just how much money can I make in the next 6 months and then fuck off. But that's not the game that I'm playing. So because you can see when I calculate, like it would only be 5.7K in recurring, which means that if you are watching this video, right, and you are the owner of a coaching business or a marketing agency where you have clients paying you month for month, paying you 5.7K, well then in 6 months you would also make a little over 30K, just like I've made that. The difference is that I collected it all in one day, and yay, one big day in business. Oh my God, let's go buy a Rolex and party because I did it in one day. What a record day! But I'm not playing it like that because it's not real, right? I need to take care of these people for the next 6 months. So what I always do is that I always just divide it out, like for my personal finances. Of course, paid in fulls versus split pays. I would, of course, much rather have the paid in full on my account because I believe that I can take better care of the money in terms of investments and back in the business or crypto or stocks or real estate or whatever that I want to get into, instead of having to wait 6 months to collect all the money. But at the same time, I have a decent amount, for me personally, liquid assets. So I don't really need to have a lot of cash up front so that I can pay rent, which is just me being in a fortunate position. I'm very grateful for it. But I hope you get the point, right? Because I also have a marketing agency, and my marketing agency this month will do something along like, I think 25k. But the cool thing is that the marketing agency will also do, right now, I know that the marketing agency will do 30k next month. And I don't see any reason for the marketing agency to slow down, because clients are paying month by month, right? So if we just keep up the work in the agency and the clients are happy, which they should be, then the marketing agency will not slow down, because it's paid month by month, versus consulting is paid up front, but you still have an obligation to serve. So I think the reason why I wanted to talk about this is that a lot of people make it seem like consulting is like golden era of like, oh, you get so much cash up front, but you need to remember you have a responsibility, and you're obligated to take care of your clients for the full time period, even though that they paid you up front. All right, that is very important for me to say. So that's just what I wanted to talk about today, my mindset towards cash collect or payment plans, cash cycles, and yeah, making sure that you understand your time, energy, and effort, even though that you get a good payday. And I'll make a crazy clickbait title so that you can get in here and learn that that's not how it is. It's not how it is. So I really appreciate you watching this video, and yeah, we'll see each other tomorrow.